I'm always delighted to be with Saul News. This has been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for January 13th, 2023. The Hill reports, House GOP passes repeal of IRS funding boost as its first bill in the majority. House Republicans fulfilled a key campaign promise on Monday, passing legislation to rescind the bulk of an IRS funding boost signed into law last year, marking the first bill passed by the GOP-controlled House this Congress. The Republican bill, formally titled the Family and Small Business Taxpayer Protection Act, is barely longer than one page. The Congressional Budget Office estimated on Monday that the legislation would eliminate about $71 billion of the total $80 billion that was allocated for the IRS. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announced that the first bill for a GOP-controlled House would be to repeal the new IRS funding in September, when House Republicans released their Commitment to America midterm policy and messaging platform ahead of the election. An article from the Washington Examiner reports, Garland appoints Robert Herr as special counsel to investigate classified Biden documents. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced on Thursday he is appointing former U.S. Attorney Robert Herr to serve as a special counsel to investigate President Joe Biden's mishandling of classified documents. Herr's appointment comes after reports surfaced that classified documents from Biden's time as vice president were found at the Penn Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement in Washington, D.C., and the president's residence in Wilmington, Delaware last year. Several GOP lawmakers were calling for Garland to appoint a special counsel to examine the possible mishandling of classified documents, as he did for the investigation into former President Donald Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents found at his residence at Mar-a-Lago. And finally, Fox News reports, McCarthy confirms Schiff, Omar will lose committee seats. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has said he will keep his promise to block 3 headline-grabbing Democrats from their committee assignments in the 118th Congress. Speaker McCarthy said in an interview published on Tuesday that he will act to prevent Representatives Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell from sitting on the House Intelligence Committee. He will also seek to remove Representative Ilhan Omar from the House Foreign Affairs Committee. McCarthy went on to say, quote, Swalwell can't get a security clearance in the private sector. I'm not going to give him a government security clearance. Schiff has lied too many times to the American public. He should not be on Intel. In the previous Congress, then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi removed Republican Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar from their committees after separate controversies involving each lawmaker. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for January the 13th, 2023. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.